everyone, yo soy Ale de Libros. Can you introduce yourself?
Hola, I'm HAYLEY KIYOKO.
Es autora de A las chicas les gustan las chicas y el día de hoy le voy a hacer unas preguntitas rápidas para que ustedes puedan conocerla un poquito más porque Océano nos la trajo. Do you want to say something before we start?
I don't know anything in Spanish. Te quiero mucho. Hi everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I'm so excited to talk about Girls Like Girls.
My first question is actually not about the book.
Okay.
What was your reaction when you found out you are called Lesbian Jesus?
Well, my reaction, I was on tour in 2018 and people were calling me Lesbian Jesus, and I thought it was just like everyone was being called Lesbian Jesus, and I was like, oh yeah, everyone's Lesbian Jesus. And then I went on Twitter and I saw that no, I was just the only person being called Lesbian Jesus. So my initial reaction was just like, whoa, this is like fun. But now it's like really, I mean, it's in the Urban Dictionary. It's like really stuck with me. So I'm just grateful for my fans that they enjoy calling me Lesbian Jesus.
It's a really great name. They were saying in the videos of you singing in the expo that it was like a lesbian reunion because everyone in our panel was queer. So it was like a really queer panel. My next question, I asked you yesterday, but I want them to hear the answer. We know it has been 8 years since the song was published and then the book. So what would HAYLEY from the song would want to hear from you, HAYLEY, the author of this book?
I think just to continue to believe in yourself and to keep going. I think creating and being a queer woman of color in this industry can be really challenging, and there's constant roadblocks that you're trying to overcome. And so there's a lot of moments where you're like, can I do this? Can this be possible? Can I write a book? And so I would just let her know to not give up and to keep believing in herself.
Oh, that's really cute. Thank you so much for sharing. I am 18 and I came out of the closet when I was like 13. And like sometimes I think about what the future holds for me.
Yeah.
And I would really want to hear me say something because sometimes I feel like I'm drowning because it's really hard talking about sapphic stuff. So I want to ask you my next question. What is the difficult part about being queer and like openly queer, openly sapphic, and giving visibility to it? Because it's really sexualized, it's really like it's really negative emotions towards it, so it's really hard fighting against it.
Totally. Yeah, I think for me, I've been trying to reclaim the word lesbian and making that a positive word, because I think growing up, the word lesbian was very like triggering. Like my body would like be like, oh, you know, like I'm not a lesbian.
Yes.
And now I'm like, I'm a lesbian. And
let's go lesbians.
Yeah, let's go lesbians. Let's go. So I think it's just hard in general to navigate because, you know, I think bigger companies support mainstream. And I think for me, I'm trying to convince bigger companies that being a lesbian is mainstream and being queer is mainstream. And so we should get more feature films and TV shows, and our TV shows shouldn't be canceled. We should have more novels. We should, you know, have that support. And so I think for me, that's always just been my fight, is to being like, hey, this hasn't been done before, and that's why you need to support us and help us make this happen.
I have 2 more questions left. The first one is, at the end of this book, this is going to have spoilers. We have like this self-revelation that she says, I matter, I am loved, and I deserve better than this.
No.
And in my first lesbian romance, I was telling you yesterday, I didn't say that, and it really hurt me. So I was wondering if you were in that situation, did you said the stuff like you write it?
I think for me, I had a lot of Post-its in my bedroom, which I added in the book. And my sister would write like, you are enough, you are worthy. And so I think I always spoke to myself like in the mirror and being like, you deserve better. But it's so much easier to say it than actually act upon it. And so I definitely did believe that at that age, but I don't know if I necessarily acted upon it. And so I think for me, my personal Sonia, I went through a massive heartbreak, and this book is my redemption to have that heartbreak end in hope. And so that was my experience writing the book, is reclaiming that. experience for me.
I am going to write a book now.
Yes, you should.
No, I don't like writing.
Oh, okay. Then don't do what you don't want to do.
But I have a last question, and this one is really not serious, and it's okay if you don't want to answer. But I feel a lot of sexual tension in this book. Like, they want to kiss each other.
They want to take some clothes
in their
off.
bikinis. Yes. So I was wondering, maybe in the future, because I have listened to your songs and they are like also this vibe.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about writing a lesbian book with +18 scenes? And the date that is going to be released.
We definitely need that representation.
We need it.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to have a lot of sexual tension in this book because I feel like that was so my experience. Like, I fell in love with this girl and she would say olive juice, but we like never kissed. And like, then I tried to kiss her. I went over to her house to grab her jacket and then she just like shook her head no, and it was like devastating. So I'm glad you picked up on the sexual tension, and I will give you some of the sexual experiences in the future books, maybe.
Yay.
Depending. I don't know what's allowed in YA, but we'll see I'll try to push it a little bit further.
Thank you for answering, and thank you for being here. We love you so much. Hope you do some shows here.
Thank you. I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Adios. Bye.